we can hear Minnie, yes?
Yeah.
Like my desktop audio is coming through okay?
Okay, we've got a great success.
I'm going to turn my desktop audio up.
Even though that says super. Full spelling nerd. Alright,
Are we good?
we've done it.
It's super, yes. It's super quiet. I did just notice that. I've turned it up, so hopefully you can hear Minnie and Heidi now.
I think we're good. I think we've done it.
Success! Success! Oh my gosh.
Oh boy. Okay, but we're here. And this is fine.
I feel like I need a coffee mug and lots of flames behind me to say this is fine.
So I can't speak to other members of the panel, but I definitely did a trial run.
You know I was asleep until like 10 minutes ago. Because I'm a professional.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, big yikes. Big yikes.
Okay.
But we're
We're
here.
here now. Oat says hello to Heidi and Minnie, by the way.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh my god. No, why have I tried
So, do you want me to tell chat what our first poll is going to be about? Or did someone else want to?
We do have a very special, I was going to say a special event. It's not a special event. We are all going to be ordering dinner, and we've decided that we all want Chinese food. So we're going to order Chinese food and see whose food gets here first.
At the same time.
Yep.
So we will be having a poll.
No! No! Oh my god, there's no delivery available in my area right now because they're all so busy.
Heidi's gonna lose.
Wow.
How hungry are you?
Really hungry.
We all set up carts filled with food.
And I was so obsessed with the fact that this place had a buy one, get one free. I was like, that's a one meal.
Oh dear.
Oh.
Maybe we'll wait a bit on the dinner.
Oh goodness. Alright, let's hold on that. But yeah,
So
so
mad.
when we do order our food, I want to start a poll just through the stream to see who do you think, like, who is going to get their dinner first. I just didn't think it would be a fun game, and the winner gets, I don't know, bragging rights.
The winner gets to eat their dinner in front of the rest of us while we all starve.
Yeah, right.
Exactly. Absolutely.
Yeah. Alright. Well, we may as well get into it. So, I guess we want to ask people if they've got questions that they're dying to know first, or should we just go from the list of things that we've kind of compiled when we decided that we were going to...
Why don't we like start with something that we've like compiled, and then like as we go, people can pop in and say whatever they want to ask.
Yeah, so we can start by kind of explaining, you know, we'll do like fun facts about ourselves for a little bit, and then we'll wait for some questions to come through in the meantime.
Yeah.
I do have a question from Oates. He asks, is there anything Heidi can order that isn't Chinese food?
But
I
so
think it's the Uber Eats that's down, right?
yeah, it's Uber Eats. There is no drivers in my area that are like currently available.
Right.
So I'm hoping that if I just closed it and I'm oh my god, half of the places that I was looking at are all removed from the what the hell was that? From like Uber Eats menu. It's like they're like, yep, we're not delivering today.
Wow. Okay.
It happens a lot on Mondays. I think that a lot of people
It's Tuesday.
are closed on... Oh, yeah. My Tuesday didn't exist. I was asleep all day. It's so
Oh boy.
Oh, I have a question. I've got a question. And it's cosplay related.
Fab. Go for it.
How dare.
Alright, so we've got some cool and not get discouraged by stuff not looking 100% perfect?
To be honest, when I started cosplaying, I just kind of like I didn't think I looked terrible, but I didn't care. Like I thought I looked great, right? Everyone thinks they look great when they first start, but I feel like I don't know. You just grow and evolve at your own pace, I guess.
Mm.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
unless you're actively making costumes to compete in competitions and things like that, where it is more about the accuracy and things like that, you've got to remember that this isn't about being compared to other people. It's about you dressing up as something that you want to dress up as and have fun doing it.
Yes.
I was just looking for a photo of my first cosplay
Very good point.
in order to show.
Oh, that's a good idea. Although my first cosplay wasn't made by me.
Mine wasn't made at all. It was a dress from JJ's. And
I love that.
it's really easy to get away with that when you are cosplaying as Misa from Death Note.
Oh yes, yeah, for sure, for sure.
And then I
What?
do have my first ever made costume. Which
My
was
first. Oh, sorry, go on.
trash. It was trash. And again, it was bought things that I cut up and like sewed back together.
My first costume was a bought one, and it was Sakura from Naruto. That was like my first one.
Never heard of that in my life.
Yeah, I don't know. It was fun. I didn't look bad. I don't think.
Not that
I
it's
don't think it
about.
looked terrible. Not that it was like an incredible costume, but it was alright. It wasn't awful. I think the first one that I made myself was terrible.
Oh god, yeah. Mine was shocking.
Yeah. But you just gotta like push through it.
And
As
as
weird
you're
as that sounds.
making something, you are seeing what you can learn to change or improve on next time.
Hmm.
And if it's something that you want to keep doing, you're going to keep growing. And whatnot.
I think
Yeah.
the thing that actually made me start like really improving my stuff was taking the leap and competing, because when you compete in competitions, depending on the level of the competition obviously, but you can always go to the judges afterwards and ask for any and all feedback, and a good judge will give you constructive criticisms of what you've done well and where you have room to improve, and you take that information away and go, okay, so maybe I didn't make my garment fit entirely accurate, so I can go back and work on my fitting skills and focus on that for the next one. That's specifically obviously for like if you're competing. When I make costumes now, every time I make something new, I try to think of something that I haven't learnt before and go, okay, I want to utilize this costume to learn how to do this particular skill. So, like, just sort of giving yourself small goals to achieve, I think, has been myself the, like, the best way to go.
I just found a picture of my first costume. I think everyone will be able to see it. I just pulled it across. There we go! Look! There's little baby me!
Yeah.
See it? Because I can't see your stream.
I can't believe you're not watching my stream.
I can't. My computer will cry and have a meltdown if I try and watch
Share it
your
in the
stream.
chat as well. I'm sorry, I didn't see you. There we go. There we go.
I need like 6 devices so I can watch like everyone's streams at once.
I told you guys, the Epic monitors system is where it's at. So there's my first little costume.
Aww.
Back in the day.
This year is my 10th year of cosplay. Because my first cosplay was in 2012.
I have a feeling that was 2010.
That's kind of amazing.
Because my first convention was
Oh, I
2011.
see.
But I didn't cosplay to my first convention because, like I knew that people cosplayed, but I didn't know it was called cosplay. And I only found out like 2 weeks before the con was on that I was going to the con. And the only reason I found out was because like I was in Brisbane City one day and just saw this big poster of Supernova with like the main guy from Merlin on it that was like, meet Merlin. I'm like, I love Merlin. I want to meet Merlin.
Merlin?
I'm like, oh, okay.
Merlin was a great show.
Such a good show.
It was honestly.
The commenting on my Akatsuki click, I was told we were doing the stream at Cosplay.
We were meant to do
Yeah.
streaming cosplay, but I got home and I was tired and I said, look, I don't think it's gonna happen today, y'all.
I'd already put it on, so I was like, well, no point changing.
I got home and was like, I have about 40 minutes to get out of my work uniform and look presentable.
Aww. Blaze is disappointed in me. I'm so
Yeah, I got
sorry.
ashamed.
Let me be tired. It's my first day at school. Was it my first day? It was a good first day, thank you for asking. Which is very nice. Chat's going up on me now.
That's what chat's for.
Yeah.
Heidi, how's your food going?
I have reloaded it to see if I can order. We are not looking good so far. The place that it was buy one, get one free is no longer on there and I'm sad.
No, buy one, get one free.
Make new friends? No new friends, Blaze, at school because it's the same school year. It's just that because of the lockdown, we've all been on Zoom. But we just got approval from the Victorian government that I'm allowed to return to campus if there's like an assessment that we have to get done in person. So we're only going in for today. Oh yes, well yeah, today and tomorrow, and then next week I think it's going to be the same, just 2 days. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. So it was just like, excuse me, I was yawning. It's the first time in a while that I've had to spend the whole day outside interacting with humans.
That just sounds tiring.
It's literally what you do all the time.
Yeah, and it's tiring. I hate it.
We enjoy doing it.
That's true. That's true. What's your favorite material to work with, Heidi?
I'm really boring. I like cotton. Like anything cotton wise. Just because it's like texture, easy to work with, you can manipulate it easily, it's not an asshole when you put it through a machine. You can dye it easy.
I actually agree. Cotton is so reliable. I wouldn't say it's my favorite like material, like out of all of the materials, but in terms of fabric, absolutely with you on that.
Otherwise, like for pretty wise, I love silk dupion because I like
Corset,
color
silk
shifting.
dupion. Noise.
I get, when I need to choose materials, I send pictures of them home. And I'm like, should I get this?
No.
I agree. We all should send our photos to Heidi.
Great.
Like a hotline.
Yes.
I'm looking at this. Should I buy this? No.
No. This
Why?
is satin. Get out of my face with this satin.
Shows a picture of party satin.
I'm just gonna send
Heidi
you
has left the
pictures.
chat.
I'm just gonna send you pictures of party satin to ruin your day.
Yep,
Just
Heidi
like,
has left the
I made
chat.
a photo to look at this.
That's just cool. I've got a question.
Go.
It is from Jilby, and Jilby wants to know, what was your all-time favourite craft? Like crafting project?
Like an all-time favorite thing that I made?
Yeah, or is it like our favourite thing to craft? Okay, so like our favourite crafting project that you've done and
Oh.
dusted. Can be cosplay or no.
Favorite. I just never have favorites.
My favorite thing always changes.
Because you make something new and you're like, oh, this is even better
Yeah.
than that shit.
I always like the latest thing that I've made, which I guess would have to be my alien. But I hate that alien. I hate it so much. I hated it while I made it. You can have it, Minnie. It can live at your house. For real. It's in my car boot right now, and I'm driving it all around Melbourne because I don't know. There's no space in the house.
I used to store costumes and projects in my car because I had nowhere else to put them. Which is how we lost Charizard to an Australian summer day.
Yeah, Charizard melted.
Yeah, it was real awkward. Its facial expression as it melted. I don't know about my favourite crafts.
I can't honestly think of anything. I did really love my staff to my Dark Fairy costume.
It's pretty dope.
Like, it was literally the shittiest thing that someone could make. It's made out of PVC and, like, craft foam that was spray painted, but it also had, like, a clear Christmas ornament on the end that was covering an LED light that was battery operated, so that when it, like, was turned on, it would, like, slowly change colours like my lamp does.
That
And it was my first time doing foam and PVC pipe and LEDs in any kind of costume, and I was like, I know what I'm doing.
None of us do.
yeah, it's true. I have, yeah.
That was my first comp. Yeah, it was my first comp.
At the moment, I think I really like my Persephone train.
Also love your Persephone train.
With
And sorry.
way too many flowers on it.
Never.
I love Heidi's cape thingy. I don't know
Yeah.
if it's
Oh.
a character or what it is, but
Kiki cake.
that, yeah. Turn it around
Show us
Turn it around
leaves.
so we can see the leaves. Your chair's in the way. We can't see it.
You can't see shit.
Wait, that way.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that, everyone. Oh my god. Look how beautiful that is.
10
How many leaves are on there?
Oh, Heidi, I want to jump in it. Like a pile of leaves.
You
I
can
wanna jump
wear
in
it
the
if you
canopy.
like.
Keyleth? I
Yeah.
want to say yes. I don't do Critical Role. I'm sorry. Oh my dear. All I know is that this is an incredible cape.
Yeah, critical role. Kind of like a nugget. Is that blankie?
It
I
is
would
leaf
have to
blank.
do that too.
It smells like hot glue.
Desperation.
Oates is.
It smells
well,
like tears.
Oates is asking, was that made from actual leaves?
No, they are very shitty plastic looking
Oh my
leaves.
god, their satisfaction
Plastic
of like
leaves?
if they were crunchy.
Oh, they are
Did
quite
you-
crunchy.
They're not
ASMR.
great though. Did you paint them or were they already that colour?
Nah, they're already that colour. This is
Okay.
Wish. I just bought 4,000 leaves off Wish.
Or did you glue them or hand stitch them?
Glue them.
Good. I'm so glad you
I
glued them.
stitched down the bottom layer, like the layer on the hem, so that it was nice.
Yeah.
Like, one, I could roll the hem by doing it, and two,
Yeah.
like the end ones were really secure, and then the rest of them are all fucking hot glued.
Yeah, good. I would have glued it too.
There is one on here somewhere, just one, that Keenan put down, and to commemorate it, I wrote his name on it.
Oh, that's cute. It's like
I was gonna do a really lame
What?
thing once and be like, hey, does anyone else want their name on a leaf? I have 4,000 of
so
them if you
funny,
want to be
you've
on a
got-
leaf.
you have this cape with 4,000 leaves on it, and you did 3,999 of them. But Keenan, man, he glued that one.
It's an important one. Oh, not to mention, like, you can't see it, but there's tiny little, like, rhinestones on them.
I was about to say, like, I think I can see some rhinestones.
It's not going to be on the camera, but it's there's tiny
It's
little
so
blue
small.
rhinestones to replicate like if it rained.
That's cute. The nerd.
That was my hairbrush.
Say Critical Role cosplay. Right? Yes.
What?
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, Critical Role.
Yeah.
Oh, I also
It's
really
your
like the
person.
smocking on this costume too.
Smoking man.
Smocking is fun.
Is it fun?
How are we going for food? Because I'm kind of hungry.
Em's getting hungry.
Little peckish.
Don't wait for me. My thing will take forever.
Wait, that whole point was that we did it.
So we did it together.
All right, let me double check it, and if it's not going to work, I'll order through somewhere closer. And hope
Alright.
to God that it works.
I better put my stuff in my snack cart.
I have a feeling that, like,
Why?
I don't know why, but I have a feeling the protest going on is affecting the Uber drivers. Just because, like, I
I
saw
think so,
photos
too.
of the people that were there, I'm like, you look like an Uber driver.
This is what I want. Looks better.
Oh, for those who don't know, there was a huge protest in Melbourne, by the way. Just thought I'd...
I'm pretty sure it's
Mention
still
that.
going.
Yeah, I think it's still going.
Yes, I think it is too.
Are they still on the bridge?
Is that the tradie protest happening against me?
Yes.
Good lord.
Oh, dang. Kitty Sims had cops outside her building. I called it a bro-test, hoping that catches on.
Yeah, it's definitely a protest. That's exactly what it is.
That's funny.
That's genius.
Jesus.
Absolute
A
genius.
protest.
God, Kitty.
Not even.
Oates. Oates has a question for us.
Alright, yeah.
Who of the three of you didn't want Chinese food but got overruled in the final decision?
I wasn't originally
Chinese
thinking it, but then like everyone was
Yeah.
talking about it and I was like, shit, now I feel like Chinese food. It wasn't like an overruled, it was just like when you hear someone talk about it
Honestly.
enough.
I honestly think it was unanimous.
Yeah.
I don't think
A couple
anyone...
of days ago, when we were first talking about it, I was like, Em and I were like, oh, we're on the same page. And I was like, oh, are you getting Chinese food for dinner as well? And then she was like, we should order Chinese food on the stream.
True. True.
I don't have a question, but Rang Dang says, every time Heidi's sewing machine goes blue, I get excited because it looks like a fish tank on my phone.
That is my embroidery machine, that one.
That's so cute. It does.
I should turn it down a little, that light's a bit crazy.
I love it.
Super cute. Oh, I'm still reeling over a protest.
Protest.
Yeah, that's genius. Absolute genius.
I finally got it off, so yeah, my favourite thing is this at the moment.
Oh, that's pretty.
This be my underbust corset for Keyleth. This is dragon scale smocking.
Wow. Is that
Do that
is that
to Daenerys and it scares me.
is that silk dupion?
Which part?
The bottom panel.
No, it is
It's
really
like purpley
shitty.
brown.
Cheap two-tone taffeta from
Get out.
Lincraft, I believe.
Craft, come through.
See how it's like green and then like
Oh.
changes to red?
Now I see. Now you held it up a bit closer. Yeah.
Because I tried to
It's
use as
very
much in my
nice.
stash as possible.
Is this the costume that you've made with all of those green materials? That
Yes.
Everyone just threw at you?
Yep. So,
That the
like,
materials made up?
The lining was from, I think, Sam. The top of this is a whole costume that I got from Alicia. This is from my own stash. This is an old thing that I was going to use for a costume that I didn't. So it's all either mine or someone else's shit that wasn't used.
It was so good. We had this kind of like giant picnic, and everybody bought like all of their like excess materials and things, and it was kind of just like we went around the circle and everyone just held up what they had, and anything that was green just got thrown at Heidi.
After like the third person, I was just like, just throw it at me.
If you got green, I'll take it.
Gimme. Heidi, Oates and Blaze say it looks amazing.
Oh, thank you.
Pass that on.
I'm excited.
It's very relaxing to do smocking. Well, for me anyway.
Yeah. Can I order food now?
I'm literally on a place now and hoping to fucking God that it works.
I'm excited.
I'm getting some... I think I'm going to go for some honey chicken since I can't go my original choice.
Delicious. Delicious.
Ooh, although I saw the word Nazigorian and that looks really good too.
If anybody watching was to order Chinese food right now, what would they be getting?
It's a great question.
That is a really good question.
Thank you.
I will tell you what I would be getting. Vegetarian dumplings and vegetarian fried rice.
Delicious. I thought you were getting a pancake.
Well, the dumplings and the fried rice is already a lot of money, so I'm just like, I'll leave it there. I don't need another pancake.
That's true. We're having a bit of a splurge tonight. We're like, yay.
Please work. Hallelujah.
Yay!
Yeah, oh my god, it worked? Okay, alright.
Ready?
3, hold your phones up!
No, I'm using my computer.
Oh, well, Mini's exempt.
Ready?
Set, go. Oh, wait, hang on, I need you to check out.
Oh my god!
It's okay, it's alright.
Oh my God, I just looked at how long the delivery is going to take.
Well,
Fuck.
okay, so mine has an estimated arrival time of 20 past 8.
Mine also says 20 past 8.
You're going to beat the shit out of me.
8:45.
Mine says the latest it could arrive is 20 past 9. Estimated arrival time is 8:40 currently.
Okay.
But damn, 20 past 9.
Jilby says if he was ordering Chinese, he'd be getting honey chicken.
Yeah, Honey Chicken Club.
Yeah. He also has a question.
Ooh.
What is everyone's favorite part of making a costume or favorite part of a recent costume you've made?
Ooh.
Okay.
I can show mine. I've got props. I just threw that. Don't fall off.
Making wise, I feel like it changes each time when I'm making something. Like, I really enjoy. I have two things where I'm like, I really enjoy making stuff that's like as close as I can to the actual like reference image now. Versus I'm getting more into designs. Like this entire costume is my own design of a character that exists because she doesn't technically have an official design. So like my favorite part depends on which one I'm doing. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay, I've got my poll started.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm lost. If I win this,
Vote in your poll. Okay, I think my
Slam
favorite
it in
part.
my chat. 100% of the vote.
yep. Even I'm jumping into vote.
I know I'm coming to vote as well.
Hold on.
I should have voted for myself.
I voted for myself.
Why didn't you? Okay, I'm going over your channels too now.
Can I? No, I can't.
Go off for dinner. We all ordered Chinese food at the same time, Nova, and we're having a race to see who arrives
I
first.
like how we're having a race, even though it's gonna get.
It has nothing to do with it.
Nothing to do with us whatsoever. Yeah.
It says something about us as people, though.
I just love the competitive nature of it.
Mm. What was the other half of that that question, by the way? I forgot.
So it was your favorite part of making a costume, or your favorite part of a recent costume you've made.
I can say my favorite part of Jester is all the embroidery, all the rhinestoning, because I really enjoyed doing those bits, even though it took stupid amounts of hours.
My favorite. I haven't made a full costume since I made Persephone, which I don't know if this was this year or last year because I've got no concept of time anymore. But one of the biggest things that it like draws me to a costume is a crown. This isn't even finished, but I'm having fun making it. And then the other day, put that on my bubble I made this.
Ooh, that's very nice.
That's
Yeah,
very
this is-
curvy.
Camilla's sword from Castlevania. And I'm really liking how it's going, and I'm having lots of fun making it. It's made out of balsa wood and EVA foam.
Sweet. I love it.
Yeah, it's super cool. I actually love it so much because it's actually blood red.
Very sleek. What do you mean it's blood red? It looks white.
I haven't finished it yet.
Oh!
I was like, yes, this is red. I'm like, what are you talking about? This is red.
Minnie, you can go back to bed if you think that's red, man.
I think you're
Straight
colorblind.
from bed, it's fine. But I've just really enjoyed making it. Doing some new things. Like, this is balsa wood, which I've only recently started using to make weapons and props from. So, I'm really enjoying it. It's really easy to work with. But yeah, that's current. That's for me currently what I'm really enjoying. Yeah. The pen is blue.
I have a question for us all.
Oh,
Yes, go.
When you're starting something, I mean, I feel like Minnie's is going to be a crown, but when you're starting something, do you have like a go-to thing that you like to start on to like get you in the mood to actually make a costume? Like, say you picked
Oh,
to do
like-
something and you're like, okay, every time I start a costume, I'll always do this thing first. Like, will you always style the wig? Will you always start patterning? Will you always, like, just fucking go in and just start making a sword like Minnie?
Write a big old list of like
Write a big old list.
everything, how I'm gonna make all of it, right? So basically, I'll do like sections, and I normally go from head to toe. Otherwise, I get lost. So if they have a wig, I'll be like wig, and then if I have a plan for if it's some like insane hairstyle, I'll put like just a brief description of how I would do it, and it just helps me brainstorm. And then I might go down, like if there's shoulder pieces, I'd be like, probably make these out of EVA foam with this sort of attachment, or just whatever. So I make a big old list, and then I'll break it down to materials, the things I need to buy. A big old list. And then I look at the list and I'm like, ugh.
I do like making lists. I do get intimidated by my own lists after I've written them. But I do usually try to do the things that I'm not so keen on first, because I lose interest in things very quickly. So
Yes.
if I know that it's got a huge amount of sewing in it, I'm going to try and do the sewing first, and then the stuff that I really like towards the end. To kind of keep
Save
that
the best till
motivation,
last.
exactly, like spread out.
I get you.
I do really like making headpieces. They're always so pretty and so extra.
I love your headpieces, your headbands.
I thought
They're
you were going to
gorgeous.
say you love my head.
I do like your head. I learned in school today that the average head measurement is 58 centimeters, like circumference.
Mine's smaller than that.
I was going to say, do you know the measurement?
I believe mine's 23 inches.
It's got to be smaller than that.
I don't know what 23 inches is. What is this? What are these inches, Heidi? What?
58 and a
what
half
about?
centimeters.
58 and a half. Okay, yeah, so that's fine.
You've got a massive head.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like
23
close.
inches.
Minnie does hers and it's like 23 centimeters.
Tiny head. A tiny head. And a tiny forehead.
You're beautiful, Minnie. We love you.
Me,
We love you in your head. Oh my gosh. I have I I have Hebe Asylum in my chat. He's like, he says that what? Hold. Oh my god. They said they knew that the 58 centimeter head circumference. He knew that was the standard because they're ex-army and got in trouble for finding helmet for a 54 centimeter head. So I think they struggled to get. Sorry, Hebe. I know. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Thank you for correcting me. Officially working so. Okay, gotcha. So I'm not here. Cool. Thank you. Toka, drink. Thank you, Toka. I will drink.
I don't mean to toot my own horn, but
Yes.
Oh no, my updated estimated time arrival just updated.
Are you for real?
It's 8:55.
Mine still has the same, but it hasn't been picked up yet. I will say, how close is the restaurant to your place, Minnie?
super close.
Oh,
I hate you all.
mine is also kind of close. But...
8:10, so my food should technically be here in 30.
Fruit Loops. I really thought I was going to win this one.
Vote for me.
Apparently not.
I tried to order from somewhere relatively close and they were like, no, there's no drivers here. Fuck you.
The thing that's exciting as well is that these guys are going to be able to see when my food gets here. They park right there.
We will see first and we'll just be like, no! We see the headlights.
It's exciting.
Hebe ordered pizza on a Sunday. They're like 10 minutes away. It was 50 minutes later than the 70-minute delivery time.
Damn.
Oh boy.
Should have walked to go get it.
Toka says hi, by the way.
I'm gonna break out my snacks because hungry.
Very how good in biscuit there.
We just got them back at work and I was like, oh my god, I'm buying 2. Because I was like, oh, if I buy 1 and bring it home, Keenan's gonna be like, where's mine? So I was like, oh, I'll buy 2. Then I got home and went, how great were these back in the day? And he's like, they weren't great. I'm like, what is wrong with you?
Oh my god.
But if they're not as good as they used to be, I'm going to be really mad. And I'm terrified.
They'll be amazing. You'll get filled with nostalgia.
Yep. There it is.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
It's like being 12 again.
I have a question that
Yes.
somebody asked previously when we were like asking people for questions and stuff, and it's a good one. So I'm gonna ask it. What's the hardest part of cosplay for you, and why do you think cosplay is worth it?
Ooh.
That is a freaking amazing question.
Mm-hmm.
The hardest part about cosplay is making the damn thing. It's working with all the difficult materials is really hard. But the most rewarding thing is like the social aspect for me. I guess. Is Minnie going to get her food? Oh my god.
How rude.
Oh, I'm so mad that she won. I'm so mad. Did you just go get your food? Oh, I thought you left to go get food, and I was like, I can't believe it. Atrocious. Awful.
I got too warm.
Oh my gosh. Heidi, Jay Chowdhury says
I've
looks like
replied.
Heidi is contemplating life thoughts from each bite.
I feel like I'm getting a year younger each time I eat one.
Okay, so my time just changed to 8:01, which is right now.
I forget what the
Right,
question
okay.
is already.
What's the hardest part about cosplay and why is
Part
it
about
worth it?
Oh, I think the hardest thing most of the time for me is motivation. At the moment, it's really hard to be motivated in current times because when you like, I've learned really the hard way, I guess, in the last 2 years that having the deadline of like a convention coming up, so that con crunch is so amazing to actually help you get things done. So when you don't have a deadline for something, it's so hard to be like, oh, I'm going to go work on my cosplay today because my brain just goes, but why? Like,
Yeah.
if you're going to have it done, what are you going to do with it? It's just going to sit there and look at you while you can't go out and take a photo with it, or you can't go to a convention and wear it. Like, what's the point? Yeah. I mean, it's hard to have motivation anyway prior to the pandemic. Like, having con crunch, as bad as it is and so unhealthy for us all, it's also kind of a blessing. What was the other half of the question?
Why is it worth it?
Oh, like the day of, like, when you finish it and put it all on the first time. Like, so many of my costumes, when I've put it on for the first time, I'm like, oh my god, I'm in makeup, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry. And I have, like, I've put it on and gone, oh my god, my hard work has paid off. I'm gonna cry.
I'm normally crying for the opposite reason because I think I look awful.
I might not necessarily think I look great, but like, because when I finish it and I can actually wear it, I'm just like, oh my god. I remember the first time. So when I did my Red Queen costume for championships, I was up until 3 o'clock that morning finishing it. Went to bed to have a 2-hour nap, and then got up at 5 a.m. to put it all on to go to prejudging. And I had not, because I had been working on it non-stop, I had not tried it on at all since I did the base skirt. The base skirt had been on by itself, and the bodice had been on by itself. Everything together I'd never worn until the day. So I was terrified putting it on. And then the moment I put the whole costume on, and then I put the wig on, and it like did that thing where wigs pull your face like you've had a facelift.
Yeah.
And then I looked at myself in the mirror and was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry. Oh my god, it looks so good finally on.
I think that really big wow moment for me and what makes it all worth it is when you get to the con and all of your friends start seeing you throughout the day and they see you and they're like, and you're just like, you're like, I've settled into it. Like, I know this is what I look like today. But everyone else is seeing you for the first time and they know that you've been struggling or crying constantly.
It's like me from it's me from across the convention just going
yeah, and that's I think one of the best parts. At least that's what makes it worth it for me.
Oh my gosh.
Mike is here. Eat a dick.
Ooh.
I'm so mad at you.
You guys are gonna be finished eating food before mine even rocks the hell up.
I know.
So
Mine
bad.
is still 20 past, apparently. See.
Oh, mine's given 8:45 now.
I might do a quick question from Jay Chowdhury, and then when Minnie comes back, I'll ask your question, Nova, because then the three of us will be back. So, Jay Chowdhury asks, favorite cosplay you made / own? Just a quick one.
At the moment, Jester. Because it's like the amount of time that I can look at it and just go, it is exactly accurate. Like, everything about it is accurate.
Yeah. It's pretty amazing. Your costume.
Most of the time, I'm a little bit more creative in the sense of, like, I'll be a little bit, like, here and there, things are a bit different. But for that particular one, I'm like, I want this 100% accurate to the point where, like, the clasps on the jacket are taken high-res pictures from the one photo you have of Jester. And, like, they're resin casted to be perfectly matching in the right size to scale and everything.
That's
and, like, the embroidery and everything, I scaled to my sizing and everything. Lots of work. And money. Actually, it wasn't that expensive because I used a lot of cotton.
Yes, that's the thing. It's cheap, right? So
Like,
you can, as in cotton.
yeah. And that jacket alone, like the jacket is probably the cheapest thing of everything. And it was like $2.50 a meter for the fabric I used for the jacket. The lining cost me, I think, $5 for the lining per meter too.
Jeez.
Like, I got really lucky with the jacket fabric. I looked everywhere in the LA fashion district when we were there for it and could not find anything anywhere that suited it. And then literally the week we got home, I walked into Lincraft, and then their like discounted section was this perfectly colored green fabric that was like thick wool on the inside, and the outside was just like, it's not really great fabric to be honest, but because the side that I'm using is like the only bit that's showing. Yeah, and it's perfect for it. It's a perfect color. It's the perfect like weight to it too. And I was like, oh, amazing! I love this. But I'm buying 10 meters of it, even though I don't need 10 meters. Although I did need a lot of it for it.
I have a question now that Minnie is back.
Yes.
Nova Hawk asks, what is the one thing you always have in your emergency cosplay repair kit?
I don't have one because we're lucky enough to have the Captain Patchett team in Melbourne and Cosplay HQ now, which has been really great.
So you don't take anything? You don't even take like one or two pieces?
Like I do. The biggest thing that I keep with me is eyelash glue and spirit gum because it can be used for so much stuff.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
Heidi, what's yours?
I'm trying to think of like what I utilize Captain Patchett mostly for.
Yeah.
I feel like they've saved me a lot of times with a hot glue gun. Of props, especially more than anything else. Costume wise, I've been saved a couple of times with safety pins. But on myself,
could be used for other things.
On myself, like in my bag, I'll always carry spirit gum's always there, eyelash glue is always there. A spare set of contacts that are my vision contacts, because I'll use colored contacts for my characters now, and because I technically wear glasses, if I need to take those colored contacts out and I don't take my glasses with me, I need like a set of normal standard contacts to be able to put in so I can see.
You'll be like super blind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not fun being super blind at a convention. As Minnie would know.
Yeah. I can see anything.
Oh, and I also always bring like what's the name of it? Hang on, I've got some here. Danker rub. So like heat gel.
Oh. That's a weird one.
Because my
Is it
neck's
just 'cause, like your
fucked.
feet at the end of the day?
My neck.
Oh, your neck.
My neck on it, like, in general, is really screwed up, and it causes me migraines very frequently. So, like, it's wearing a wig all day always gives me a migraine. So if I can, like, rub, like, the heat gel into the base of my neck, like, before I know I'm going to get a migraine, it sort of helps it and dies it down to, like, headache level. Plus, it also is really great for your feet.
Yeah, my initial thought was like for the feet at the end of the day.
Oh, and hand warmers. Hand warmers are great for your feet too if it's like...
Oh.
I love those things.
I think for me, I'm a little bit boring. Safety pins and super glue are basically the only two things I normally bring. However, it will vary depending on the costume. I think sometimes I can like anticipate what may break.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
But yeah, if I've got a fabric costume, like obviously I'm gonna bring fabric, bring safety pins, and like a needle and thread and stuff.
Oh, and if I'm doing like
I wouldn't bring super glue.
I would think too, if I'm doing, say if I was wearing Jester, I would obviously bring the body paint with me.
Yes.
Yeah. Of course.
And hope to God I don't have to use it. I generally do have to use it only on like one side of my face because I have an eye that just permanently...
You have a leaky eye?
I have a leaky eye, permanently.
Yes,
I have a leaky eye too! I hate it!
It's this one.
Little, like, round patches.
Yeah, the little circle of like normal skin.
Yeah. Where you're like crying off whatever it is that you're wearing.
I'm so good. Leaky eye, but it doesn't go that bad, but like in the corner, like right in this corner
Yep.
is just like, I just expect it to disappear in an
Wait.
hour. It's just anything I put there is
Right or left eye?
both. Mainly the left.
Okay.
I think mine's my
Mainly
left eye as well. but
Mine's mainly my right. It's all my right. I never have a problem with my left. My right, no.
Dyslexic. I have a feeling it's different though. Like if I'm wearing body paint, sometimes it's one eye, and then if I'm wearing like makeup, like kind of like eyeliner and stuff, it'll be the other eye. It's really strange.
Work.
I don't know.
What?
The brain's dumb. That is the greatest collection of emojis I've ever seen in my life. You know the squid arms?
I love that one.
It's the squid arms, but instead of the octopus head being in the middle, it's me going
I love that.
with the little squiggly octopus arms.
I have another question, which is a fantastic question from Oates117. It is, if one of you spotted someone that is a regular from your stream at a convention, how would you react?
Well, first off, we don't know what you look like because you're watching our face.
Yeah.
But I have had someone recognize me as MoogleMini while I was working once, and I was like, weird, but okay. And they were like, can't wait to tell my girlfriend that you work here. I'm like, could you not tell people that I work here because this is my place of work?
Hmm.
But it was exciting, and afterwards they were like, can we have a photo when you finish work? I was like, sure. They just grabbed my uniform and stuff. And I had another hilarious time where I hired someone or have obviously like all my stuff on Facebook and things so that we can organize it and everything. And he added me, and his profile picture was him and me. I was like, that's me. It was so funny. It was so funny.
I'd just be like instant fired.
Heidi, what would you do if someone recognized you?
I mean, I've had it before, but like, I don't even know how. I think I said, I don't know how it worked, but I was at PAX once, and this person just came up to me, like, yelled out from across the, like, hall and came up to me and was like, oh my god, it's Dee. I'm like, hi? How do you know me? So I think my brain would automatically go into confusion mode where I'm like, hi, how do I know you? I always joked around and said that, like, especially even as cosplayers, when you follow each other on like Instagram and that, I always said I kind of need like a filter over my eyes where I see everyone's username above their head, like it's RuneScape.
Google Glass.
So that I can know who people are, because so many people come up and talk to me, and then they'll go, and then I'll go, who the hell was that? And then they'll message me later the photo of the two of us, and I'll go, oh, it was you! Right!
Yeah.
Like little nickname tags.
Yeah.
So it would be so cute.
Yeah. Well.
Or like we
what
all should have like our usernames on the back of our costumes. Like
Yes,
like
yeah,
how
like these.
yeah, like those, like when you get a year 12 jumper and you get your name on the back or whatever.
Adrian jokes that like when we go to conventions and if he's helping me out with my costume, because I have a Kanga shirt that has like Emmy on the back of it, like a Kanga jersey, and he wants one that is just Emmy's helper, like on the back.
I'm literally making Keenan a full shirt that says like cosplay handler husband or whatever, and then on the back I want to have a list of his duties.
Yeah.
So like water bitch, bag holder, phone picture taker, like all the
best
dumb
part is to turn
things.
around, you're like, is my face okay?
Yeah.
Yes.
Makeup fixer, like everything.
Yeah.
But I said to him, I'm like, I'd like to convert it into a whole costume.
Yes.
Like have a sash kind of thing, like Captain Patchett, and have like a water bottle, a phone holder, like a business card holder.
It's a whole thing.
Like a full
Absolutely.
cosplay handler cosplay, I think would really like be popular.
Would be great.
I love that.
Well, my order is being picked up. No, wait, he's on his way to pick it up. Fuck.
Oh,
Between you
I
guys.
need to. I need to answer the question as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I would if someone spotted me. Yeah, if one of you spotted someone who's regular. Okay, yes. So, as Minnie said, Some people's faces I do not know, so I'm not going to know that it is you. I would love it for people to come up and say hi to me from the stream because I'd love to meet you all. You're very lovely people. But yeah, so if you just say hi to me and be like, hey, Emmy, hello, what's up? And I'll be like, hello. And if you just say, it's me, X, I'll be like, freaking yes, great, it's so good to meet you, blah, blah, blah. But I have had a few instances where people don't introduce themselves. They're just like, I know you. And I'm like, okay. So yeah, I think introduce yourself. It's much easier. And then we're on the same page, and then I can put like a face to the name.
Yeah.
I would be very excited, and I would have a very lovely conversation with you. That is probably all. But some people in chat are suggesting to just make a username hat or something so the username is just above their head.
The same way that people do the sim cosplays.
Yeah.
A little wire.
That's exactly what I wanted, was a little wire with your username like RuneScape.
Yes, the RuneScape ones with like flying girlfriend. I've got a question here from Rangdang, who wants to know what our biggest cosplay pet peeve is.
Ooh, my food is here, so I'm gonna let you guys answer that.
And he's like, oh.
And
Mine's not even close to being picked up.
I'm sorry.
That's alright.
That's so funny.
We all knew I was going to come last. It was just a fight over who of you two got to become first. We should have voted on who would get theirs last. I would have won.
You would have won, absolutely. I would have been like, oh, I didn't actually order anything. My biggest cosplay pet peeve, however, comes from toxicity in the community.
Oh god, yeah.
And things like that. And the thing that like pisses me off the most is like elitism and the comparison. Are you okay?
Guess who? Sneak.
Food. And that kind of stuff.
I'm gonna get 4 cola.
And that's the thing that annoys me. It's like, oh, I saw this person cosplaying this, but this person did it so much better. And that kind of
It's not a compliment when people come up to you and say, oh my god, you're the best blah that I've ever seen. It's like, that's not a compliment.
I know you're like, no. So it's that. And then the other thing that I've had a lot, especially when cosplaying Harley Quinn, would people be under the assumption that you like are that character and things. So I got a lot of weird comments and things of people being like, I've always wanted a crazy girlfriend, and I was like,
Excuse me?
that's not what it's about. At least those are my peeves.
My camera's just being a butt.
Yeah, mine is doing that earlier. I think mine's still blurry. I don't know where it's focused.
That's some serious ASMR.
I know.
Oh, sorry.
That's alright. I'm trying to think of like my biggest pet peeve that hasn't been said. I agree with like the pet peeve of like elitism. Like I hate this idea that like you kind of get that feeling. Some people are really lovely about it. The people that are like really good at a certain character, they can just be really lovely people. But then there's other people out there who are like, no, this is the character that I do. Only I am good at this. No one else should bother, kind of thing. Smaller side thing. I hate people who touch my cosplays. Like, unless you are my friend, and you, even a friend should ask, people who touch my cosplays. Like, I just don't like people touching me in general. Like, I'm just like, please don't touch me.
People touching a costume without asking. Honestly, if people are like, oh my gosh, can I hold your sword? Most of the time I'm like, yeah. But it's just ask.
Yeah.
I remember when I did Nine Tails Naruto, and I actually made like the nine tails and stuff. I remember the way that I coloured it was with rubbing alcohol, so it never really dried. So I knew when people were touching my stuff because their hands were then orange afterwards, and I was like, just don't touch it. And they were like, oh, it came off of my hands. I'm like, that's your fault. Don't be touching my shit.
I have a question for us from someone.
Mm.
Ulrich has said, stemming from what we were talking about previously, have we got any tips for fans of characters you've worn that come up and are like super high energy to the point where it's scary or off-putting?
Up to you? I'm confused.
So, like, so for example, I know, I have a few friends who cosplay from My Hero Academia, which obviously is very popular with younger people who can be very hyper and excited about meeting you. And if you're someone who's an older cosplayer like us, it can be really awkward to have to, like, interact with someone who could be, like, 13 years old when you're late 20s, early 30s sort of thing. When they're sort of coming at you with the energy that's like, I'm way too old for this energy. Like, you need to...
I had the exact situation when there was a group of us as Demon Slayer cosplayers at Supernova, and we ran into a lot younger cosplayers who were also cosplaying as Demon Slayer, and they kind of attached themselves to us and were following us around the convention and things. And usually I wouldn't have minded too much. It's just the energy and kind of like this obnoxious attitude that they had. Like, we'd be having a conversation and they'd be like, just join in the conversation and start yelling things about the anime. We're like, we're not even talking about that. Like, we understand the excitement, especially of being at a convention surrounded by so many people and things that you do love. But you got to remember that they're people.
Yeah. I think I've seen it happen to other people too before, where it's just people whose general energy, regardless of their age, is a little bit hyper and a lot to deal with. Like, it can be, to be frank, energy draining to have to be around people like that. It's like they suck your energy to be able to utilize it back at you. Yeah, it's hard because I can't remember who I was once. But I remember that someone was, like, almost attached to me to the point where they were, like, constantly asking me questions about, like, the cosplay or the character and, like, questions about episodes of the show. And I was like, oh my god, I just can't. I'd just be like, oh, sorry, I really need to go to the bathroom. I need to get away. I can't even remember what it was. I think it was Riverdale.
I understand what you mean. Like, there's a disconnect because it just energy levels. But I get it because when I was 16, I was probably hassling people too.
Yeah.
You know, with my over energy. So, yeah.
I just thought of another cosplay pet peeve. And it only made me think about it because as I'm eating, I tried to take myself, like, off the camera so you can't actually see me eating.
I'm just eating on camera.
I've been eating biscuits on camera the whole time.
But you're clearly having a break, or you're in the middle of something, and people are like, can I get a photo of you? And just standing there with half your costume off, like...
That's the photo you want.
Yeah. Oh, sure. Go ahead.
That's, like, profile picture worthy. Oh my god, that should have been the photo we all took for Instagram as all of us, like, come out to eat something, like...
Yeah. We'll take one when Tony's Chinese arrives.
This cat, I fed him before dinner. I don't know what he's on about. Excuse me, you and your fat tummy.
Oh, look at a little waddle coming over to say hi.
I love you.
Oh my god.
I've got a question from Mabiffle. She wants to know, what aspects of convention culture from when you were growing up do you miss, and which parts are you glad are gone? Blumping! It's gone! Thank God!
Blumping is over.
Thank God! You were not safe at a convention for such a long time. Especially during that Death Note, Naruto kind of, like, anime period.
My god.
Specifically, we were not safe.
Is there like an easy way I can mute every single Discord that I'm in because they don't shut up?
I was wondering who was in it. I'm like, I'm not popular, so I know that it's not my Discord.
I don't know how to
Wait, is
without
it my
like
Discord?
possibly
Whose
ruining.
Discord is it?
No, it's mine.
Oh.
I don't know how to do it without
like,
possibly
how can I
like
hear?
losing my screen share.
Oh.
So you're just gonna have boop come up every now and then.
Uh,
You can't have two Discord windows open, can you?
if you you're in the Discord window, yes, and then if you click on your icon and then go do not disturb,
Yes, that might work.
I think that's your best bet.
I have a, I do
Without
have an icon.
destroying the illusion of the stream.
Oh
Really
shit!
crazy, might
Nope,
be
nope,
out
nope,
of
nope, 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 nope.
What?
As soon as I clicked it, it made my stream go meh.
Oh,
Dude, it's just gonna have that real fun boop noise every now
Every
and
now
then.
and then. Yeah.
alright, that's fine.
But yes,
things
things
that-
I've read have gone. Glumping.
I agree.
Especially.
What is glumping?
So,
Oh, thank God you don't know.
like, the really early 2000s at like Manifest.
Remember,
and
like my
things
first
that.
con was 2011.
Yeah, so like really early, there was this thing that like if you saw a cosplayer character or something that you liked, people would literally just run at you and tackle you to the ground. And it was this huge like Tumblr kind of glove
Running hug.
running hug. kind
Except
of
it
thing.
wasn't running hug. You got slammed into
Yeah.
and you got hurt. Sometimes you fell over. Sometimes your costume
Multiple
broke.
steps. Like, yeah. So I do not.
Thank God it doesn't happen anymore because I would beat the shit out of anyone who's tackled me to the
I'm
ground.
honestly surprised that there weren't more fights. It was
Yes.
just so accepted. It was just like, ugh.
I would literally start throwing punches. I don't fight people, but I would fight if someone tackled me in any of my costumes.
Yeah, I was lucky in that I think if anyone was ever attempted glumping, they asked me first and they were like, "Can I give you a very excited hug?" And I'd be like,
But you can't
Yes.
glomp someone and ask them because you would have to be like, "Excuse me, can I glomp you?"
"Yeah."
And then you would have to walk
The
like
most,
10 meters away,
most
and then
polite
come back.
glumping ever.
It would not
Yeah.
be the same.
It was like that. And I think it came hand in hand with a lot of screaming as well.
The what?
A lot of screaming.
Mm.
Like, it was like a battle cry.
Mm.
Like running.
Because you would yell at them, you would run at them and just be like, "Glum!" and
Yeah.
like, smash.
Yeah. It was an unsafe time.
It sounds terrible.
For real. For real. You know what I love though? Like, let's say for example, you're cosplaying like from the same thing as someone else. You can just go, "Oh my God, Naruto!" And then Naruto like whips around and they're like, "What's up, Sasuke?" And then you just like meet up and you just like
Insta friends.
vibe.
Yeah. I feel like
Yeah.
that's fallen off a little bit.
Mm.
Yeah, none of that happens anymore.
Yeah, and I think it's really got to do with people being maybe more introverted a lot now. But that kind of thing used to happen all the time. Like, even when I was Nisa and my friend was Elle, that was like a really early convention. And I remember that even before that photo that I showed before, the two cosplayers that we met were like, "Oh my God, it's Elle and Nisa!" And they were like running around and we were running around. And it was like a fun little kind of experience, I guess.
Mm.
And I feel like, I don't know if it's for everybody, but definitely for me, I've found that conventions have lost that kind of little lightheartedness
Mm.
kind of thing.
Little magic.
That little bit of magic, yeah.
The only thing I can think of that I miss is when voice actors used to be free to meet.
Yeah. And no one like saw them, so you could just chat for
Yep.
like 10 minutes, and they're probably like, "Oh my God, get me
My
outta here," but
very
you didn't care,
first
you just wanted to chat to
convention.
whoever.
The very first convention I went to, I met one of the voice actors to Transformers. He was Optimus Prime in the newer version of it. And I remember, like, we were constantly going back and chatting to him because he had no line, and he was the coolest dude. And then a few years later, that was at a Brisbane con, and I think 2 years later he was at a Melbourne con, and I went up to meet him again when he was still free, and he remembered us and was like, "Hey,
That's
from
awesome.
Brisbane, blah blah blah." And then a couple of years later, he was again at the Adelaide con that I went to, so I went up to him, and like we had a full chat, and he ended up, we were talking about how some of the actors had been gate crashing each other's photo ops with people, and he's like, "Man, I would really love to do one." I'm like, "Dude, anytime, just tell me and I'll tell you like who I'm doing a photo op with, and you're more than welcome to." He's like, "Who have you got today?" And I said blah 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 blah, and he's like, "All right, depending on my time, I will rock up and I'll find you and I'll like crash one." So he gate crashed my Michael Rooker photo op. So I ended up getting 2 photo ops because Michael Rooker thought it was fucking hilarious and was like, "I want a copy of that one as well. Let's get one of me and you just as well, like, so you've got both."
So good.
That's so cute.
Oh, I love that. Aww.
But like I missed that because, you know, having spoken to him for like probably now 5 hours of my life at conventions, like the dude knew my name. I remember at Adelaide he was like, "I'm going to take a break soon. What are you guys doing?" And we were like, "Oh, we were going to go to the silent disco." He's like, "Can I come?" And we were like, "Hell yeah, come to the silent disco with us." So there's a video of me and my friends at the silent disco with him, just wearing headphones and going, like, having a great time. And I'm like, what? Who can say they went to a silent disco with Optimus Prime?
That's fantastic.
Genius and amazing, and everything about it is just fantastic.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, this guy has dropped off food to 3 people on the way to dropping off
Are
at
you
me.
for real?
He's on one more stop before me.
Oh,
I was going to say, I'm like,
Is he going to eat my food before it gets here?
and then it gets cancelled.
Oh, shit.
I have a question from Blaze. The question is, have you ever had people intentionally misname your cosplay?
Elsa cosplayers know this.
I have not, so I'm ready for you guys' stories.
If you wear Cinderella, you're automatically Elsa.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
If you're
intentionally
wearing
misnamed?
blue,
Yes, the amount of dudes who'd be like, "Oh, look, it's Elsa." And it's like, you know I'm not Elsa.
Oh, yeah, I get it.
yeah. Even if you were dressed as Daenerys, people will assume you were Elsa.
I remember wearing Aurora to the EB Games Starlight Week, and someone said to me, "Oh my god, it's peasant Elsa." And I was like, I'm not sure if you're being serious or if you're an idiot.
Okay, no, that's
I was so confused too. I was like, huh? I don't get it.
Oh my god.
Peasant Elsa.
I feel like now we need to do some peasant Elsa cosplays.
I have a couple of gems in chat that I want to share. Oates asked me, "What about the fish scales cape?" Do you mean this? I have no space for it, so it just hangs on my door. It wasn't kind of a misnamed thing. Sorry,
Should we paint it as rainbow fish
but why?
and give everyone a scale? 'Cause
Also,
you
it's dragon scales.
yeah, but it could.
Nova says, "I really liked your Blue Man Group cosplay, Emmy. The red wig was an interesting touch."
Yes. I love that. I think as well, even if people kind of know, like, the general, like, show, movie, or whatever, sometimes they just get the names mixed up. I got that a few times.
I have another question. Creative Guy says, "What's the worst time you've had to, What's the worst time you've had to compromise due to accuracy over comfort?"
Anytime I enter championships.
Could you be a bit more
Accuracy.
specific?
Accuracy has to come over comfort every single fucking time.
But yeah, for sure.
Probably Red Queen. So that dress, like the moment you look at the image, you know that the character would be wearing velvet. And it's like the picture alone, it's very evidently a hoop skirt, then a petticoat, then an overskirt, then a train skirt. Like, it is heavy, and it was painful. But like, I could have used a different fabric, or I could have used a different structure system, but to get the shape the way the picture looks, and to get like just the look to look like a royal queen, essentially, I had to use that fabric. So dragging around, I've weighed that costume. It is 16.8 kilos for that costume. So wearing that all day to convention, yeah, there is no comfort in that.
That is like 3 schnees.
I like that that's how we're comparing. I love that.
He's heavy!
I was gonna say, why is your cat so heavy?
He's like just over 6 kilos.
I want to now compare everything weight-wise to your cat. This is 2.5 schnees.
I used to do that with like Blink, and I'd be like, I remember when I was doing a runway show, and Sam could definitely vouch because she laughed so hard. They were like, "Oh, the runway is this long," and I turned to her and I go, "That's 4 great white sharks." And she was like, "Why do you do that?"
4 average great white sharks.
Yep.
Bless.
Love it, 'cause they're just like, yep, and like,
You know, when people like rate things like 2 out of 5 stars or whatever, I want to rate things out of like a random animal or something. 2 3/4 sharks. But like each time I rate something, it has to be a different animal.
Different animal each time.
Yeah.
I'd be like, no.
And like the animal will
depends
determine
whether
like
it's an
how I
animal.
feel about it too. So like if I don't like the animal, it'll be
Yes.
like I give it 3 out of 5 praying mantises.
yeah.
Or like I give it 4 out of 5 bunnies.
Yeah.
So cute. Yep, the new metric, 4.3 cat. That's so cute.
Oh bless.
My face hurts from smiling.
I'm just watching the car slowly go across the map.
Oh.
And then it does this thing where it's like...
And it gets there and then it's suddenly like down the street.
Or they start drifting, like through houses. I love watching that.
It's a ghost car.
I also got fried rice as well, but I'm not gonna eat all this now because that's like a lot.
I couldn't
especially 'cause
even
I just
eat
had,
all
like,
of
a bunch
mine.
dumplings.
I ate like a third of
Okay, I'm gonna have like a couple of.
I like that both of yours looks like it came from the same place. Like there's something about it that just makes it look the same.
We are nowhere near each other.
I know.
If anything, we're closest.
Yeah. I could probably go outside and scream really loudly and Heidi might hear.
I remember saying to you once, like when I think I was working on Jester or something, and then you were like, "How are you doing?" I'm like, "Did you not hear me cry like 2 minutes ago?" Or just yell "fuck."
Such a mood.
I think I said once, like, I could throw this costume and I'd hit you with it. Ooh, he's around the corner. Okay, I'm gonna go downstairs and pick it up. I will be back in, like,
Okay.
hopefully a minute.
Have fun.
Actually, I should alter
Don't
this
forget
so
to
that
stay hydrated.
I'm going to swap to my headphones so I can still talk and hear.
Okay.
Good plan.
If it works, probably not. And nope. If I go here, I just realized this is going to make my stream see all this, but I don't care. Is work? Nope. God damn it. Alright, never mind. It'll be...
Okay. Another way.
How good is fried rice?
Fried rice is freaking great.
Good. So good. I just realised that my mug is actually empty, so while Heidi's getting her food, I'm gonna get some hydration. So I will.
Oh, Okay, that's fine. I will chill here by myself for a bit.
Delicious. Probably clean up all the mess in here.
Well, just you and me, chat. Just you and me. Actually, it'll be nice to chat with you all for a second. Thank you all for the questions, though. They've been very nice, and I just want to say thank you for being here and watching. And it's very, very kind. Excuse me. Oh my god. Need more water. Oh no! I know, this is scary. I'm not like, oh Blaze, I know, you are gorgeous. How's your food? It was amazing, actually. I had dumplings. Oh, great. Oh, really good dumplings. I made a good choice. And the fried rice is really good too, but I've just had like a bunch of dumplings. So my plan was save the fried rice for tomorrow. Oh, cat! Oh, Minnie's cat is having a little bit of a run. Hey, Tam. She's just going for a little jog. What are some most interesting cosplaying in public? Oh, that would make interesting. Ooh, that's lovely. Okay, let me, I'll ask the panel when they return. I feel like, let me think. What would cosplaying in public reaction? Sure. Lay, you gorgeous! Oh my god, I wasn't expecting that. Thank you for the 500 biddies, Blaze. Dang, Blaze. Beautiful. Thank you. Absolutely gorgeous. Thank you. You're very sweet. Oh my gosh. You're very kind. Thanks for nice questions. Yes, only mean questions from now on, please, Nova.
I did have someone say before I was going to ask all the mean questions, but didn't want to put everyone on the spot.
No.
And I was like, come on, bring it. Bring it. We need
bring us the mean questions. We want the hard questions now. We've warmed up. We've had our dinner. Yeah.
Out of sleep. We're good to
go. I'm trying to think of my cosplaying in public reaction. Like interesting. I will say in general, like when I would take the train into conventions,
I remember doing that.
There was always, Minnie might understand, there was always some middle-aged woman who was supportive but confused. And she would,
yes.
And they would come up to you and just be like, first of all,
you look great.
You all look great.
You look beautiful.
But where are you going?
What's this for?
What are you doing?
Even now it's
something on.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, what's happening? I'm like, look around. Something is clearly happening.
Yeah, because at this point, like, everyone, like, the station, like, Flinders Street Station is, like, full of cosplayers on the Supernova weekend. They're everywhere. So they kind of pick up a vibe. And then if they happen to be on a train with you or, like, at the, nearby, they'll just be like, what's going on?
I have the food.
You look great, by the way. You look amazing. But what's going on?
Yeah, Nova's got a good question. I'm just in the chat now.
You're looking at my chat.
I am, yeah. Everyone in my chat's just talking about fried rice. which is nice.
That's a great way to chat.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Yeah, Nova said, what cosplay made you think the worst about yourself? Thoughts?
Enchantress from Suicide Squad. Hang on, I've suddenly lost sound.
Alright.
There we go. I'm back. I think.
Why Enchantress?
Yeah.
I mean, you've seen the character, right? It's literally a bikini top, a bikini bottom, and covered in chains. I don't know, like, it was when I felt a lot better about my body, but suddenly I was like, I feel really fat, I feel really bloated, I am freezing cold because it was June in Sydney. I had a breakout of, like, I get a rash on my skin every now and then that's, like, I'm pretty sure stress related. It's kind of like psoriasis in a way. It decided that day that it was like, yep, today we're going to come out and play. So I was like, the patches are showing on my skin, I'm freezing, I'm in a bikini. Like, it was just a mixture of things. I was just
So
like,
you were
I
stressing
feel
out.
and look shit.
I have a lot of costumes and even shoots that I've never shared with anyone. Because after looking at them, I know that, like, for me especially, I'm like, I know how I want this photo shoot to come out. And if I'm not taking the photos and things like that, sometimes I, like, look at them afterwards and I'm like, how dare you not have the same picture that I had in my mind and things. But there's heaps of things that I do look at myself and I'm like, I'm too fat to do this. Or why my body doesn't look like the ones that it does in, you know, the shows and the video games. Like, nobody's boobs sit out here like that unless they're fake.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really irritating to try and create something that's very not real when you are real. So there's heaps and heaps of costumes that I've never shown anyone. Even if you just, like, scroll through my actual Facebook page, you'll see that it's like, I'm making this, and then it just disappeared. Because I was like, no, don't have the self-confidence to do it. Even when I was at my thinnest, I was like, nope, not doing that. Mostly because I remember I got shared around somewhere once, and someone's like, how dare you share this person who's a fat pig?
Nice.
Rude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yikes.
awful.
And
I'm so sorry that that happened to you.
I feel like the worst part is that it's happened to a lot of people.
Mm.
And it's not going to stop happening. Because everyone feels like they can say whatever they want. Because again, you're not like a person, you are the character. And it's that, again, the thing that people don't see the separation there.
Yeah. Exactly. I can talk about a particular time, I guess. This is my Laura cosplay. And I hated myself in this big time. I, like, put it on and I don't know, I just felt bad. I felt that everything looked bad and I was, like, crying because I was having to put it in, because it was for the high-res cosplay competition. So I made it, and then I had to take photos, and Adrian had to take the photos for me because we were in lockdown at the time. Were we in lockdown, or was it just last minute?
I feel like it was last minute because we were going to shoot together.
That's right, we were going to shoot together, and then I haven't finished in time, so I just said I'll just get photos, like, in the house. That's right. So I put everything on, and I honestly felt awful. I was like, this is the worst costume I've ever made. I am disgusting. Yeah, I feel terrible. I felt terrible in that costume. Yeah, I just felt like it looked awful. And then I was trying to explain how I wanted the photos taken, and then that wasn't translating properly because
And it was just like frustration on top of frustration, and it makes me, like, hate the whole experience.
oh, it was awful. And then it started raining, like, full on thunderstorm all over, and I put videos. There's videos on my Instagram and stuff of, like, it's literally raining, and you can hear like the thunder clapping in the background. Like you can hear the sounds because it was raining, and I was about to get rained on, and I just hated it so much. And then I saw all the photos, and then I had another wave of like hating myself because I hated all of my photos. And then Adrian was like, look, maybe you should send some of the photos to Minnie and see what she thinks. Because he said this to me, he was like, you're not going to listen to me because I'm not a cosplayer. So, said
I
this.
remember, I don't think I was home, and you were like, help!
Help me! It's true.
I've got a new question, which kind of stems from this. Rangdang wants to know,
Go for it.
what's a cosplay that you will never do?
Like just any character, or one that we have done that we're never doing again?
Both? Maybe like a type of cosplay that you'd never do.
Oh,
I have one, but it's not that I have anything against them. I just would not do the complete fursuit with the what are they called? Is it fursuiting?
Yeah, fursuiting.
And that's nothing against them as people, because I am friends with lots of people who do fursuiting. They're genuinely wonderful people. I just have no interest in creating what I guess is classed as a mascot costume, because I think I would be incredibly uncomfortable and hot and warm. And there are no characters that I would want to cosplay that require that style. I have a mass amount of appreciation for it, though, because the work that goes into those is insane. Let alone working with fur.
Working with fur is hell. I think it's worse than glitter.
Oh, that's big words.
Because the amount of feathers...
Glitter stays around for a lot longer.
It does.
Yes, that's true.
Like, fur you can vacuum at some point and get rid of most of it, but glitter just fucking stays.
Mine glitter 4 years afterwards.
I'm pretty sure when we sold the home at Northcote that there was still a permanent indent of a snowflake with some glitter on it on the back flooring from when I did my Elsa cape.
I think, well, normally I would say nothing that covers my face, because I'm extremely claustrophobic. And if I have, like, my whole face covered, I just freak out. At any point that I feel like that I'm stuck, is very stressful. But then I did a freaking xenomorph, and I got inside it, and it was terrifying. And then I knew why that I cannot do that sort of cosplay again. So I would never do that kind of cosplay, yet I did that kind of cosplay and hated it. So there you go.
And now you even know that you've just, like, reiterated the fact that you're never going to do it again.
Yes, I just made sure.
So, welcome, Celtic Bard. Thank you for dropping a follow. Don't forget to throw some questions if you got cosplay or convention-related questions. And stay hydrated.
Heidi, Creative Guy, says that not sure what the costume is on the dress form. Not sure what the costume on the dress form in the back is, but it looks cool.
Thank you. It is Keyleth from Critical Role. I've sort of taken it all apart as we've been streaming.
There you go. Well, Rick, hello, by the way. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Larger than life stilted costumes. Yeah, I don't think I could do that either. I think I'd like to.
I really want to do a stilted costume.
But not a face covered. I think if I was going to do a stilted costume, like maybe Ash from Paladins, because she's like massive, and it'd be pretty sick to do like a massive cosplay. But I know nothing about the larger than life category, like that sort of thing. It would probably take me a long time and a lot of planning and a lot of EVA formats.
I've always wanted to do a Demogorgon from Stranger Things on stilts.
That'd be sick!
Yes, I have shaved a bit of my head. And, yes. Bit of an awkward one, but I think you shaved a bit of your head, Minnie. Was it a cosplay accident? know what was? I've still got my little baby hairs. This is how long they are. I don't remember if you guys know, but when I was making Nemesis,
I remember.
yeah, I dremeled this piece of my hair somehow, and it ripped to being about this long.
Did
And I
you
didn't
send
notice
me
it.
a photo?
I think I did, but I didn't
I want to find
notice.
it.
And I was like tying my hair up and pushing it back, and this little tuft was like sticking out of my head.
Pretty sure you sent me a photo because I
I
remember
must
looking at it
have.
being like, what?
I remember seeing it.
But this was not a cosplay accident. This is general funsies.
I can see some Nem photos. I can see the Vora photos that I sent you when I was like,
Help.
I look so bad, help me.
Is there a costume that you've seen that looked amazing and that you're intimidated by and don't think you'd want to tackle?
Oof.
Yes, I've seen someone cosplay Tooth from Rise of the Guardians.
I've always wanted to do two.
And oh my god, it was.
I need to look this up because I vaguely remember, but not fully.
Yeah, I
It's
feel that.
Rust full feathers. Because she's like a little hummingbird kind of person. Like Gajinka kind of thing. And it is so beautiful.
Rise of the Guardians. Oh,
Stunning.
Tooth. She's like a little bird.
Yeah. She's a little hummingbird.
That's very cute.
Oh, that's a really good question.
I remember. I'm still incredibly intimidated by Major Sam in Brisbane because their work is insanely great. But I always wanted to do Carlotta from Phantom of the Opera, and they did it for the championships in 2015, I want to
It
say.
was amazing.
And it was so well done that I was like, well, I'm never doing that. It's still in my list of things that I want to do. Like, I just looked at it in my album and I'm like, it's in there, but I don't think I'll ever do it because my brain is like, I can never live up to
Yes.
that standard. And even now, like, I've still never met, well, I have technically met Sam, but that was like years ago and I didn't even know who she was at the time. But I can't bring myself to ever go up to and meet her because my brain is just so obsessed with her work that I go instant, like, anxiety mode.
I had that when
I literally turned around and ran in the other direction at one con where Keenan was like, come on, you should finally go and meet her. I'm like, nope. I'm in flight mode.
Oh my god.
I did the same thing when Camo Cosplay was in Melbourne. And I remember, like, looking from a distance, and I was like, does her? And there's Benny.
On stage.
No, they were at their booth. They were
At the booth, yeah.
Yeah, and I was too scared to go over. But I did go to Supernova in Gold Coast a little bit later that year, and they were there, and no one else was there, and I was like,
Yes.
Their content lately has been so good. Like, the meme videos that they're making are so good.
my favourite video they just did with Lightning Cosplay, where they're
Oh,
like,
the stay from Kid Laroi. I really want to recreate that video. I can't wait to get out of lockdown just so that I could take one costume and go all around Melbourne and do that video.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do. I just want to do a cosplay, any cosplay, and just go all around Melbourne and be like, I'm free, and just do that.
do a little dance.
Yeah.
So good.
Oh, I have a question for us, and I don't think any of us have answered it yet. And if we have, I'm sorry.
Go for it.
Purple Tea Cosplay would like to know, what is our dream cosplays?
I've got a dream cosplay.
What isn't my dream cosplay? Like, I see anything and I'm like, I want to be that.
I want to make Watson from Apex Legends, but I want to make her Strange Attractor skin. It is a black shiny coat made out of polygons and this like orange armored suit. It is so amazing. It is so beautiful. Please Google it if y'all haven't seen it. It's very nice.
skin is it?
Huh?
What skin is it?
Strange attractor.
This
Very,
food
very
is
cool.
giving me like severe burps. And I'm trying. Yep, I'm like, I don't know if it's both. I think it's the food and Coke that my body is just like, we're gonna be
I
burping.
thought you said the cosplay, and I'm like,
Oh,
"Ow,
no."
the cosplay making you
I'm so uncomfortable with it that it's making me burp. Oh my
I
god,
felt
please
my
don't
lips.
drag me to meet Sam. I'll crash and cry. Someone's like, I'm dragging you to meet Sam given the chance. Last
Oh my
time someone
God.
tried that, I crashed and cried.
Yep, I'm not even gonna tell you. I'll be like, hey, come over here.
You'd be better
Oh my
off
God, it's
to
rude.
bring Sam to me so that I can't run away.
Collar gum jacket.
Ooh, that's
It's
pretty.
so nice. It's so beautiful, and I just want to lick it.
Let me see.
I just want to lick it. One day,
Lick it.
I will make it mine.
Oh, what's that?
It'll take me so long.
Hydration Nation.
That would have to be like a competition cosplay, I think, because it would have to be like Schmick.
At the moment, I really want to make Lilith from Diablo.
Oh, yes.
And what's been exciting is that I've actually started kind of planning it and things like that. And that's one that I'm really excited to make, mostly just because I remember saying that I'd never make wings ever again. And then I look at my cosplay like plans, and nearly every character on here seems to have wings. Because I'm an idiot.
Do that then.
But there's, you know how you've always got like that like goal cosplay, where you're like, when I'm this, I will do this. I would like to do Super Saiyan Kale or Cauliflower from Dragon Ball. So if I start working out and things again, and I get my six-pack back, that is what you will find me doing. But
Sweet. I'm ready for six-pack mini.
she's a crazy person though. I don't know if you really want to see her. She's sleep-deprived, dehydrated. She doesn't eat sugar. It's not a fun time. But
You
if you
shouldn't
really
be dehydrated ever.
Yeah. You should be dehydrated before bodybuilding competitions.
That sounds terrible.
Because you
Nah, don't do
hold
it.
water weight, and that's what makes you look bigger.
I hate it. Nah, don't do it.
Yeah.
Drink water, it's good.
Models do it as well before photo shoots.
I hate it. Don't do it.
They'll sit in saunas or like really hot water in order to like completely sweat out any like excess.
I hate that. No. No. I understand like not eating before a cosplay photo shoot because like I would do that just so I don't like to avoid bloating and stuff like that. But I would never ever do something like that.
It's very extreme, and obviously it's going to be done under very strict circumstances, and be careful about it. But I am the Hydration Nation now. Thank you, Dom.
Talking about this is making me thirsty.
Yeah, good.
I'm still trying to figure out what the hell my like dream cosplay is because I did mine very early into my cosplay life. My dream cosplay, and this was like, so without getting too in depth, I've always had a really weird relationship with my sister, like because I think the age gap has made it really uncomfortable. Like we never really connected on much, but one thing we always connected on when I was younger was I would watch my sister play Final Fantasy VIII. And she would always rename Shiva Heidi as like a reference to me. So I like my love of Final Fantasy VIII comes from not only having watched my sister play it, but myself playing it. I love it. And the Final Fantasy X version of Shiva was always my favorite design. So I said to myself, "I'm like, that is my dream costume. I want to make this
Shiva
costume."
made everybody gay.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, my dream cosplay for like the first few years of doing cosplay was like, oh, I want to get Shiva done because I want it for myself and I want it as, like, I even said to my like when I posted online, I'm like, this is this is for the like the thing that connected my sister and I, like this is for us kind of thing. Like here is my costume for us kind of thing. So yeah, that was
How
my.
we became friends.
It was how we became friends. If it wasn't for that, I would fucking hate you. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, now I think now for years I've been like designing a Anastasia from the animated movie Anastasia, but I want to make it with traditional Russian royal garment techniques that were used like historically. So I want to make it historically accurate to when the movie was set, which is like late Victorian, early Edwardian. I've got literally an album of like 2,000 photos of real royal garments from the Tsars of St. Petersburg sort of style fashion, and like the family of the Romanovs, so that I can make it accurate to real historical pieces. And like I've been slowly learning how to do Russian gold work and Russian embroidery so that I could do it all the right way to create that final dress of Anastasia's, but mixing that realistic Russian inspiration with the animated design.
That would be beautiful. Oh my god.
It will honestly be probably a 2-year project.
Yeah.
Considering how long it took me to make Jester. But that was a motivation thing more than anything else.
I feel like the thing setting me back, like with cosplay mainly, is just like motivation. I think if I like, as in 40 hours a week, could like worked on cosplay 40 hours a week, didn't have to wait for materials, I could probably make I don't know how many costumes a year. Like,
I watch like, you know, those people on like I don't know if anyone else gets this, but Instagram always suggests me to watch like a couple of particular people who are making like princess dresses every week. And they're doing it full time now because they're making money off of sharing it on TikTok and Instagram. And I'm like, if I had the time and I was doing what you were doing, I probably could bust out stuff like that. But also I'm looking at their work going, that's wrong, that's wrong, that's wrong. Like, it looks beautiful, but my brain was like, that's wrong, that's wrong, that's wrong. You really shouldn't have done it that way.
Oh my god. That's
One of the biggest
very
things
funny.
that was kind of stopping me, aside from motivation, was space.
Mm.
And
Minnie, don't talk to me about space. Don't even.
yeah, so that's one of the biggest reasons that like so many things got just put off.
I have another question for us when we're ready too.
Yes, I've got two. You go first.
Or do you want to do one, then I do mine, then you do your other one?
Okay, mine was what was the worst cat-related cosplay sabotage or incident?
Oh. I'm out of this one. I don't have a cat.
Go, Minnie, go.
So we all know that cats are attracted to sitting on black things when they're not black.
I'm going to use the time to go to the bathroom.
Okay.
And it's either that, the fact that when I was making Persephone, Tam was like, this is where I'm going to sit. And if I ever have like anything flowy, she's like, I'm gonna play with that. But recently she's really enjoyed eating foam. So I'll be like putting something down to like pattern it, or I'll have like a little like off cut that's kind of ended up across the room. And I found one downstairs the other day that Tam had clearly like picked up some foam and gone downstairs to chew on it. And I don't think I'm gonna have to find a way to stop her, because I'm worried that soon she's gonna start eating things that are not for eating.
Please do not let her eat things.
She doesn't swallow it, but she just loves to chew on it.
Gross.
It is.
Let me think if I have any. I think I do have some. So Schnee, beautiful boy, diabetic boy, loves water. The top 3 things that Schnee loves: treats, water, salt.
Delicious.
Oh no, scratch salt, probably outside.
Outside, yep. I rate
Treats, water, outside. Anyway, so every time I take a shower, he wants to come in and drink the water, and I let him, because, I mean, he will literally not stop screaming until I let him in. So I had left the door of the shower open, so he just, like, pops in and out to have a drink every now and again, because he's gross like that. And I was cutting some fabric out in the middle, just literally here in this space. And Shneve just decided to come over and walk all over my fabric with his wet paws.
Cat.
I love that cat, but he is the worst.
Yeah. Apparently, one of Rangdang's cats likes to eat twisties.
Yum, yeah, salty stuff. Shneve loves salty stuff. Since his diabetes, oh my god, his oh my god, ever since his diabetes has progressed, he's been more interested in sugars now as well, because his body wants more sugar. So, yeah, he's been trying to get some lollies and stuff every now and again.
Cats are not helpful for costumes. Long story short.
No,
I was gonna say, can't you just like utilize them to be like, hey, can you like sit on my costume and tear it up with your paws and weather it?
Yeah. Attack those bits.
No.
I'm like, look, here's a breastplate. Just kind of battle damage that up for me, and she just kind of like sniffs it and then walks away.
You have to pretend like you care about it not getting attacked. Then it'll get attacked.
True. Reverse psychology.
Absolutely.
There are other cats like string cheese.
Oh my god. Have you seen the There's a video, I think on Instagram, because like I scroll Instagram stories or like reels when I go to bed instead of TikTok now. But there's a video that was getting around that was like a lady giving a cat a prawn and it like attacking it and eating it. And then another lady was giving her cat the prawn and the cat just looked at it, sniffed it and went, bleh.
Yeah. I saw that too on TikTok. It's very funny.
I feel like I'm the cat that's vomiting.
Oh my god.
Alright, I should probably do my question.
Yeah, what was your question?
Is there a material or technique you would like to work with if you had no skill, money, or time limits?
Yes. Resin casting. I still have yet to do resin casting.
It's
I really want to do
intimidating.
resin casting. I don't know why, because it's like I understand how to do it. It's just that I've never gotten around to like buying the kit and doing it. Yeah, that's all.
I want to do more electronics, especially with lights. The sword that I'm making currently for just forgot her name. Morgan Le Fay I'm trying my first official like lights in that, so that the little blood grove is red. I find it intimidating. It's so much more extra work trying to find where to hide the battery pack and all that kind of stuff. But I think that'd be really sick. Or even articulating wings.
Oh, articulating wings are an asshole.
I'd like articulating wings that are motorized. That's fun.
I really want to try and work with shit, what's the stuff called? Is it silicon?
Yeah. Silicon.
Yeah, because that's how I would do the Demogorgon from Stranger Things.
Yes.
That's the reason why I haven't done it, was because it would require so much silicon work, and I'm like, that shit is expensive and it's time consuming, and yeah, that would be a really expensive project. It'd be one that I'd have to have the room for, I'd have to have the time for, I'd have to have the money for. Like, it's a big ass project.
And
That'd be
prosthetics.
massive.
I want to do some more prosthetics. When I do the list, I'm going to try and get Alex's help. Because her horns obviously come out of her head, but in order to get them flush fitting, I need to have like a prosthetic kind of thing to like mold it.
Yeah, I need to do that for Mollymock. Is have like horns here where like the skin is like curling into it, sort of thing.
And I don't have cheekbones, and she's all cheekbones, so I'm gonna need some fake
Some Angelina Jolie.
Yeah, I was gonna say you gotta do some Angelina
Some
Jolie.
Maleficent little cheat codes going on for sure.
How did they get it so seamless? I don't understand. In that film.
Computer generated.
What?
It's probably like computer edited.
If it is,
Okay.
I'm so mad. It's like when I saw the Falcon and the Winter Soldier making of behind the scenes, and they're just like, oh yeah, the cowl wouldn't sit flat, so we just like edited it to be like flat against his neck the whole time. And I'm like, are you freaking kidding me?
No wonder cosplayers can't sort this shit out.
Exactly.
No, apparently they tried so many different fabrics and none of them would stay flush. They would, like, when he like stood up straight like this, like it would be fine, but as soon as he did like that or just like moved his head in any way, it would like it didn't even look bad. It just, the fabric like
Bunched?
just like
Yeah.
like bunched a little bit.
That's what fabric does.
I know, like it didn't even look bad. They showed the unedited footage versus the edited. I'm like, this doesn't even look bad. And they were just like, we can't have this in a Marvel film. That fabric wrinkling. My God.
I'm surprised they didn't just make their own new fabric that it doesn't.
Right?
Fabric doesn't work, let's
Make
just
it
make
new
our
Marvel.
own.
Yeah. That's what I get from them.
Oh my gosh.
Now my chat's just talking about how Sam was super approachable. I'm like, yeah, but I'm not approachable.
Yeah, but I'm scared.
Yeah.
I'm a flea. I'm a little flea fleeing.
I'll just I will just set it up, right? And I'll just be like, I just want you to meet someone, Heidi. And you'll be like, who? And I'll be like, no one.
Everyone.
I'm instantly sus. I'm like, no, I'm going the other way.
Surprise.
Don't even tell me. Literally just be like, just tap me on the shoulder and like turn around and she's there and I'll be like, bye.
You just run away like a cartoon.
It'll just be like the
Leave a
dust bubble.
cloud.
All of a sudden I'll just awkwardly go, meep, meep, and run.
Yes.
And we'll be like, that went well.
Minnie and I just like
I'm
live it
like a
down,
puppy that you have to slowly introduce to a dog.
We'll have like, when you introduce two cats, they have to be in different rooms so they can sniff each other. So we'll have a door between you guys. You'll be like, oh, there's someone in there. So you say,
Oh, my awkwardness. Look, I'd probably be that way with a few people, but specifically Australia-wise, she's my one. But, like, there's certain people in the States that cosplay. There's one in particular that if she came here as a guest, I would be the whole weekend going, I really want to meet them, but I'm fucking terrified.
not gonna, but I really
No,
want to.
because they also did a historically inspired Anastasia, and it's why I followed them. And they are just, their whole cosplay lineup is stunning. And I'm like, I'm in their Discord, and I finally had the courage the other day to finally type something in the Discord, because they're a big What We Do in the Shadows fan. And I was like, heh, I've seen the new season, let's talk. And I'm just like, hey, how great was the costumes in the first episode? That was all I wrote. And then they replied with this reply, and I'm like, oh my god, I've been recognized by Senpai, let me cry.
Me, that me again.
That's so good.
I kind of want them to come, like, well, before pandemic-wise, I was like, oh my god, please invite them to a con. Actually, a few people tagged them in a few posts by, I think, Comic-Con, who were like, who would you like to see as a cosplay guest? And we were all like, bring Jedi Manda! And she liked it a few times, and we were like,
Jedi Manda is so cool.
that's my, like, idol. Also, since I've been watching The Mummy again recently, it made me go, oh yeah, that's right, she's done Evie, and now I'm even more impressed by her. Because I want to do Evie.
Best movies.
I've got to watch the third one yet. I don't remember the third one. I feel like they recast Rachel Weisz in the third one for some
Yeah.
reason. Yeah, I don't remember her being in it. We got through the shitty CGI of The Rock. It's not as bad as I remember it.
Yes, it is.
It's bad, but like a part of me is like, maybe is it worse when you watch the actual Scorpion King movie though? Because wasn't there an actual Scorpion King movie? I feel like it was worse in that than it is in The Mummy.
Oh, maybe.
I don't know. Let's be honest, the first one is just like the pinnacle of the
It's
best.
the perfect movie.
Oh yeah. The chemistry those two have alone is just... Oh. I was talking about it at work today to my boss, and she's like... When I was talking about it at first, she thought I was talking about a horror movie called The Mummy about a mother.
I think I've seen news about
Like Ma.
stuff.
Yeah, like Ma. And she's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, the Mummy movie. Like, you know, Egypt, tombs, mummies.
Like the Mummy.
She's like, oh! And then she's like, oh man, I had the biggest crush on that guy. I'm like, oh, didn't we all? Brendan Fraser.
So precious.
I love that video of him, like, almost crying, having that interview with that person about how everyone's supporting his new movie that's coming out, and he's, like, trying not to cry. I'm like, oh my god, I love the internet. Sometimes.
We got your back, Brendan Fraser. Sweetie.
I got a pic with Garrett.
Absolutely sweet.
Oh my god, just someone's talking about how they got a picture with a celebrity who they had a crush on, and I'm like, that's happened before. I remember Keenan and I both had a photo with an actor who Keenan has a man crush on, and like the whole time he was being super cute and awkward about it. I'm like, this is the most precious thing ever.
That's very cute.
And he was like, he smelled great. I'm like, he did smell great.
It was like that when Natalie Dormer walked past us once. We were just outside and she was like clearly going to like have a break or something. But everything went, I tell this to people all the time, everything was like slow motion. And she like walked past us and there was a wind and her hair was like... and we were all like...
It was like Twilight where the smell was like... That scene in the baseball scene.
Like, is that her that smells like that? We're all like, what the fuck? Like, this is a conventions don't smell good.
Where was it again? I think I missed the start.
It was Natalie Dormer.
Natalie Dormer, damn.
And I was just like, gosh.
I was so excited she was there because she was filming the remake for the Picnic at Hanging Rock movie. That TV show was really good.
I didn't see it.
I also got pushed out of the way by Nick Frost.
That's specific.
I wasn't like in the way, it's just that they were leaving at the same time that we were kind of like trying to walk through.
I can't remember if I've actually had a photo with...
around or
Yeah, they did, but he was kind of just like, you know, as you are when you're going through a crowd. But I like turned around and it was him and I was like, oh. He was like, just got pushed out of the way.
Sorry, sir. Let me remove my person.
It was so funny.
I think Keenan, when he volunteered at the very first Comic-Con here in Melbourne, I think he got in the way of Patrick Stewart. And I'm like, isn't that an offence because he's a sir? Like, can't you be arrested for that? I'm trying to think of anyone that I've met that I was like, who I had a crush on, and I don't think I had... Oh, wait, no. I met the guy who played Arthur in Merlin.
He is cute.
He was hot.
I had the biggest crush on him throughout that whole show. So meeting him, I was like, oh my god, don't say anything, you'll really fuck it up. Just go in and smile and take the photo and leave.
This is weird. I never really take photos with guests at conventions, which is weird.
Yeah, I don't go to meet people.
Yeah,
I used to, but my my fandoms are like shrinking. So like I'm less into things now. There's certain things that I'll always meet people from like the Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter. That's pretty much it. Like the big shit I'll meet people from.
I do remember waiting in my very early days in line to see or to get like a signature from Yuri Lowenthal. and he asked me my name, and I was like, my name's Minnie, and he's like, that is fucking so cute. And I'm like,
Aww.
oh boy.
I remember taking Mum to like her third convention, and I was like, I'm gonna get you to meet a celebrity for the first time because I'll pay for it. We'll go get the photo together. I paid for us to get a photo with John Travolta, and she like lost it. She was so obsessed. She's still obsessed with it now. She will tell everyone her experience with him because she's like, he held out his arm for me to hold for the photo like a gentleman. He like told me to have a lovely day, and I'm like that's so different to any other person who walks in the fucking
I'm
room.
sure he did the exact same
Yep.
thing for
Nope.
everyone
She
in that
thinks-
line.
she
I bet
thinks
he
she's
was like,
special.
Come through. I hope you have a lovely day.
Lovely
See
day,
you later.
yeah.
And
You-
all of them are like, he loves me. Did you see the chemistry?
You can see it in the photo. Her smile says everything. She's like full proper smiling, which is rare for her because it like stretches her face real like real bright and happy. I have a photo of her holding the photo after the photo op, and she's like glowing.
Oh, that's really cute. Oh, I'm glad.
I wasn't thinking.
That's very, very cute.
Yeah, that's why I was meeting Lord of the... Sorry, I was just replying to someone. Yeah, that's why I was talking about the Lord of the Rings thing, because we had those, like, 2 or 3 Lord of the Rings guests at the last con or something.
Yes.
Aside from them, I think my last convention meet was John Travolta. Oh, no, I met the guys from Smosh when they were at Melbourne Supernova last year. Because Keaton and I watched Smosh as our, like, it's trashy, but we're going to watch it anyway thing.
That's adorable.
I think the last one I had was probably Ben de la Creme at Queer Expo.
I would not have dealt. The same way that I could not deal when I met Michelle Visage. She was like, hey guys, how are you?
You've met
I was like,
LeVar Burton? Oh my god! Also, his daughter is the most precious being in the world, and I would love to meet her. Sorry,
Aww.
someone's talking about meeting LeVar Burton. He's he like tested to be the new host of Jeopardy, and he lost it to that piece of
Yeah.
shit. His
Why?
daughter is a part of the Critical Role team. But yeah, I'm so mad that he missed out on that. And now that people are like, hey, now
think
that
a
he's
lot of
been
people are upset.
fired, are you going to take the job? And he's like, look, I've done it. I'm over it. I don't want to take it anymore. Like, they had their opportunity and I'm done. Which is fair.
understandable.
Oh, my neck. What are we doing for time? Yeah, I was going to say.
I'm all out of questions.
Yeah.
I mean, what's your next project, I guess? That you
Me?
after whatever you're working on now, what's your next costume gonna be?
So right now I'm doing Wraith from Apex. And then I think after that I think I'm gonna do the Mailman from Legend of Zelda.
Yeah. I love that. I love it. A gag.
Yeah. Yeah, and it'll be very comfortable to wear like around cosplays. Could you imagine PAX? Me just like someone in a freaking mailman costume being like, I've got mail, and then just like, ah.
Yeah.
Here's your mail.
I'm so ready for that.
Yeah, that'll be me. Maybe I'll organize it beforehand, that I will like hand out letters to people. Like they can DM me beforehand.
Yes.
And I'll write them letters, and then when I see them, I'll just like
I
deliver
love
them
it when
all
people
letters.
do little, like, interactive stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. Although I don't know how I'm gonna run around with the giant flagpole on my back.
You have to practice. That's gonna be what makes his run really weird, then. I'm sure.
He lifts his knees very high.
That's gonna be a
He's a
workout.
very-
Yeah.
A high knee run. Yeah. So,
I was like,
I was waiting for Minnie's answer.
sorry. I'm working on a few things. I'm making Camilla from Castlevania. I'm making the Shoju statue version of Pennywise from It, which is adorable. I've just ordered things to do Cassandra Cain, Batgirl, with Alex, who's going to be doing Stephanie Brown Batgirl from the new Batgirl comics.
Cute.
Making Morgan Le Fay. Got plans to make Lilith. Because I got the room now. I got a whole room dedicated for cosplay, which is fun. Maybe we might try and find some motivation somewhere to actually work on those.
Create your own deadline. That might help.
I know I can't do that because it's like you can't eat any chocolate until you've finished all this, and then my brain's like, you can there.
Yeah. But I can just eat.
You could just go to the shop and buy the chocolate.
I'm gonna
No, but for real though, like I give myself a deadline. Like, let's say I'm gonna make a costume in like 2 weeks, and that's my deadline. Like, what's gonna happen if I don't meet it? Nothing. So
Yeah.
why would I work hard?
stupid brain.
It's not like I have to wear it. It's like my brain is like, it's not like you have to wear it anywhere.
And where am I gonna wear it? Downstairs. And that's the stuff.
Yeah.
When the lockdowns are finally out, we gotta do the videos everywhere. Oh my god, we could do that thing where we do them solo and then we like do the, you know how there's the like the guy that's getting the messages from other people like let's meet up and he goes and does it with them. We could do that together.
Cute.
That would be super.
Oh my god, we should do it where we do it in our own house at the moment. Of like lockdown version. It's just us in our different rooms doing the thing. And then when lockdown's open we could do it together outside.
I'll be like in bed, like under the covers, and
Yeah,
there's like a light on my face, like.
Seems a little bit too similar to what happened before we started.
Oh, that one eye of mine is watering right now. God damn it.
Yeah, the secret is just not to put makeup in this little room.
The secret is just to not put makeup on in general. Oh, shit.
That's all the questions I've got. Everything else is kind of like, I think in need of like a video, if that makes sense, rather than like a stream kind of chat.
Yeah. I'm all done with questions too. I'm all done.
We can do another one, obviously, if people think of
Of course.
We can do an updated one when we're back at conventions.
That'd be good.
What motivates you to cosplay? We don't get motivated. We fucking hate it.
There is no motivation.
Ooh, I have. What is
motivation.
that? What's UOCC in 2022? Do any of you have plans to enter Oh, is that the Ultimate Online Cosplay Competition?
Yeah.
If so,
Oh.
yes. I
No.
have something picked out for it already.
When is it?
2022. I don't know when. It's probably going to be the same date
I'm
as
too
this
scared to
year's.
go up against you, Heidi.
Aw. Why? I'm not that terrifying. I swear.
I've seen how you get.
I have like 3 big comps next year, if they're on, that I have plans picked out for already. Like, I have specifics that are like for the Comic-Con Championships of Cosplay. I have something picked out for the actual like World Championships of Cosplay. I have something that I'm designing for it now that design's in it. And Ultimate Cosplay Comp, I have something picked out for it. So like each comp has specific things that you should really focus on because that's what they're looking for, and that's how I've like planned it out.
That makes sense. Yeah. I have one last question. I think this is going to be a lucky last question for the night. Oates asks, who has the tidiest workstation out of the 3 of us?
I'm putting my arms all the way down because that's not me.
I don't think it's me either, to be honest. That's why I'm not even in that room.
mine is also atrocious. So they can't all be the worst. There needs to be someone who has the tidier workstation, huh?
Yeah. Take a photo. Everyone take a photo.
I'm not putting a photo of this shit on the internet.
Well,
Like,
let's
my
take a
uniform
photo
is
of
on the
it, and
ground
then we'll
right
judge
now.
it like within ourselves.
Yeah.
How does that sound?
Okay.
Alright, let me just.
Hang on, let me go do it.
And I'll just take a photo of my storage area too, because technically that is also a workstation.
I will clarify that I am currently in the process of getting rid of stuff, so there's just rubbish genuinely on the ground.
I put my photos in the group chat, just FYI. So Katie, yes. Crafters have organized chaos. I agree.
Mine isn't even organised. Mine is just, what am I throwing at, and it's on the ground.
Oh, Heidi, that's bad.
Told ya!
That's not good.
That half looks terrible. This half is pretty good. Beyond that white
God.
table,
Oh,
it's
these
actually
minis.
pretty good.
I think it depends if you're working something on something.
Minis is probably the cleanest.
That's because I'm going to just put everything in there.
I vote Minis is the cleanest.
I also vote mini. Excuse me.
And mine is definitely the
I'm
worst.
hiccuping.
God, my carpet really needs to be vacuumed.
So minis is the best,
Mine is the worst.
and Heidi's is the worst, and I guess
Yeah.
mine's middle. So this is one photo of minis, but it's very hard to see, I guess.
In my
If I take it of just this
There.
area, it looks much nicer.
What else? And there's this one. So Minnie has this is the tidiest room, by the way. The tidiest room.
It does look tidy.
The tidiest room. And then this is Heidi. Can I show? I'm
Yeah.
just gonna show it. This is Heidi's, who has the worst. Heidi's is the worst.
Everything in that
And
pile is being thrown out. Except for the pattern.
And then mine is medium. Mine is medium.
You're in the middle, yeah.
FYI.
You haven't even seen in my cupboard.
And then this is also my desk, by the way. My cosplay area is also my stream area because I have no space. So there you go. You see it here, chat. A used coffee mug, not on my photo.
Mine definitely has coffee mugs in it.
Yeah, mate, probably yours, Min.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got a coffee mug, but don't judge the Pikachu one that's got water in it for working with foam clay. So, that's something weird.
I have another question. Roxas Wind Cosplay asks me, why is cosplay ruining my life? Slowly ruining my life.
Why do we do this to ourselves?
Yeah, do cosplay, they said. It'll be a fun place.
You're referring to mine? Oates is saying that I have an old coffee cup on my desk.
Do
I'm
you?
pretty sure I don't. I'm looking around to make sure because I'm like stressed out that I've missed one. I don't think so.
Where?
I don't think so. I think Oates is messing with me.
I don't see any mugs. I see a Chinese food.
Yeah, that's my dinner.
I don't see it. I love your Slytherin baskets there.
Thank you. They are $5 from Big W.
What's that?
Pretty sweet. I need to buy more though. I need to buy way more because I've only got, I think, 5 of them.
Yeah. Is there a date for next year's?
They say likely the dates will be announced earlier in the new year, which makes sense. I feel like, because I'm pretty sure this year's one was around the same time as last year, so I assume it's probably going to be the same again.
I'm just... sorry.
Here you go.
Oh, that's the one that Steph came second in armor.
Yeah. If Steph comes second in armor, no one's coming first.
Mhm.
Let's not do armor.
Yeah. I believe it was Nerds Gone Mild who came first with what's his face
Yeah.
from
Needlework.
from The Witcher. Toss a coin to your
And-
Witcher dude.
Yeah, that's Dandelion.
Oh, the first one was the best. I just remembered it was Polygon Force. It was those pants that were literal like polygons that like moved and they were in.
Porsche.
Yes.
Yes.
They won Best in Show.
Oh, understandably, that was like that was
Amazing.
that was big brain thinking.
Yeah.
The process is,
I
if you
can't
guys
believe
have seen,
how 2D it was.
Mm.
it's amazing.
Amazing.
It's really
The
good.
movement and the color alone in the movement is so aesthetically pleasing. Ugh.
For sure.
There was no way anything was going to beat that. That was just so clean and so pleasing to look at. I can't even remember anyone else's entrant now because my brain is just like, hey,
Yeah,
remember that
like-
Polygon Force?
Little Gem sounds familiar. Where's Little Gem from?
I don't know, Little Gem.
I don't think we had many Australian entrants. I think we had 2 that got through to the the stream part. That's my other fear of entry is that I just wouldn't even get to the stream part. I'm just like, am I that good?
You know what, Heidi? You can just give me a script, and I'll just do it on your behalf, and I'll just be there like, hold on. I'll be reading this thing, and I'll be like, so I sewed everything with cotton.
It's entirely made of cotton.
They're like, that's awesome. What else can you tell us? And you're like, it's made of cotton. It's like,
It's just that sentence.
Thread.
What can you tell us about this costume? It's made of cotton. Anything else? It's blue cotton.
blue cotton.
Anything
Oh my
else?
God.
There's cotton thread in it. I think it's sewn together. Could be glued. Oh, bless.
Hilarious.
Shit. I bet you. Oh, by the time the comp comes around, though, my brain will be like, okay, let's do this one instead. Ugh. I don't think I like the big brain in me that's like, hey, you could do 3 comps in 1 year. It's like, fuck off. We can do 1 comp in 1 year. Maybe 2. Probably not.
I feel like even next year, I'm not like holding my breath for any cons.
Mm.
I'm just
There was 300 entries for the last one.
300?
300.
damn.
I thought there was like maybe 90. Now I feel even less hopeful.
It's a lot. You know, there were 800 applications for 450. I don't know where I got 800 from.
That's nearly
For cosplay.
Yeah.
Damn. I don't know why, but my brain just thought you guys were like picked.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
out of
We
nowhere.
applied.
Like that you were just like
I was like, that's who they were.
messaged and were like, hey, I'm gonna do this
How would
thing.
anyone find me?
We found you. That's different.
How in the hell would anyone be like, I'm looking for cosplay?
I don't know. My brain was just like, I don't know why. I just thought that like, I thought that they would have just like looked at the cosplay tag on Twitch and just picked the first 10 people.
Most of us were not Twitch streamers. It
I
wasn't
thought
like a
you all
Twitch
were specifically
cosplayer.
Twitch. Oh, that's where my brain's just instantly was like, yep, you're all Twitch streamers. They've just like come across your channels and gone, hey, do you want to compete in this thing?
Nah. Lychee's a YouTuber.
Oh. Maybe I should apply. Nope, I don't want to do that. No,
I told you to apply for season 2. I told you. And then you were like, no, I can't do it in a week. And I'm like, yes, you could. With the deadline, you could. You'd be
I'd-
really good at it.
I'd have to take annual leave. Like, I would literally have to take leave to get it done.
Yes,
I'd
you
be like,
would.
I'm not coming to work. I'm in a competition.
I would have
You
to be
would have
like,
to take
I'm
time off.
taking however many, I'm taking a week off, maybe 2, maybe 3, maybe 4, I don't know.
Yeah. I think like the first few challenges, you would be fine at like just doing like after work crafting, but after challenge like I want to say 5, like it gets real.
Apparently there were 88 entrants in just needlework. I'd have to go up. I've never gone up against 88 other people. I've gone up against, I think, at max 5 people in a competition for
I
needlework.
don't think, even as a judge, I'd have the patience to judge 88.
I
think
don't
you
even like judging
would.
8 people.
I think you would like pick just a few of your favorites, right, and then really critique it, right?
The good thing, I mean, I guess, depending on how long you've done it, you can literally look at the first photo and know if something is worth looking in depth at. Like, if the
yeah,
first
for
photo
sure.
doesn't give you the indication that it's worth more looking into, then you literally like it's just like swiping left and right kind of thing. It's like nope, yes, nope, yes.
Just the Tinder of cosplay judging.
Yeah,
Just,
that's why I think it's so important to get those photos right when you're submitting to a comp, because if they don't show what they need to see for an acceptance, then you've already lost. It's hard when you do an online comp. Although I did, what was the one I did? Armageddon did an online comp last year that I entered. That
you know
like,
what the best thing about online comps is though, Heidi, and this is why you should do cosplay. You don't have to do the back.
I'll just sew the front of the costume.
You can just literally
And just pin it
like
to
a
the
Barbie
sides.
dress, just the front.
The front, Velcro to the back.
Yeah, easy.
That's so funny.
Maybe I should apply.
You should.
I'll
Whenever
apply
it
for
goes, I don't
shits and
know.
gigs and be like, I'm not gonna get this.
I think Jeremy needs to sleep for 5 years before the next cosplay.
Oh, for
but,
sure.
it was very much a one-man band.
I hope there's a lot more support towards it for the next season after the
I-
success of this one.
I think for sure there will be.
Definitely.
For sure.
Yeah, they'd be like, now do a spin. And you'd be like,
But,
Oh,
yeah,
like,
see,
I'd
I
like
thought-
spin and then stop and pretend like my camera's like glitching and then be like, how wonderful was that spin?
See, I thought, in my mind, when I like on the first challenge, I thought I needed front, back, side. I thought I needed like all the, everything that you would normally send for a cosplay comp. But then, like, I think as the challenges went on, I'm like, they only need what they're gonna put in the episode, right? They only need like the showcase videos. But I still put in like lots and lots and lots of content. And then one time Junie was like, just do like 3 photos. And I'm like, okay. And he's like, yeah. Like, if they don't see it, they can't critique it.
They don't need to know that you're wearing Crocs.
Yeah. Yeah.
yes.
No, it was great. Good time.
Bless.
That's so much.
It's a good time. But yeah, do cosplay. You only have to do the front.
That's such a way of selling it. Do cosplay. You only make half a costume.
Yeah. Well, it's like you only like if you want to, you can just do waist up. Like they just want it to look nice. Like that's all.
Oh, they want it to look nice? Yeah, no.
Good night, Oats. Thank you. For
Maybe I need to do
lovely
like
questions.
neck to
Have a good snooze.
thigh.
Yeah, I'll just do my hair. That's not I'm still so tired.
Oh my god, my computer is running so slow.
I haven't touched it
Surprised
since
none
it
of us
started.
dropped out.
Oh, I've got like 4 alerts on Streamlabs OBS. I haven't even looked at them.
Oh boy.
It'll be drop
I think,
frames. Oh, there's a lot. Oh, there's like 30 of them.
Oh, 30 drop frames out of a whole stream.
Yeah.
You're all good.
Oh, yeah.
What's that, like 0.3%? I've dropped 68% and it says 68 frames and it says 0.0%.
I've got
Dang.
no alert.
Oh.
Show off. It's those multiple screens.
Yeah, I've got a spare one because I just upgraded to a new monitor. So if anyone wants the second monitor, you can have one. No, I was spoiled. My brother bought this one for me, and then he shared with me his Steam library. So now I'm like, time to collect all the games.
I really want to get it like a PC just for gaming, for nothing else. Because Mackin has no games.
Well, you have a Mac?
Yeah. Lol, you Mac user. I brought it on myself.
I'm so funny.
Nah, like all the games that I watch people play on Twitch, and I'm like, yeah, everything's on PC.
Master Race.
I just want to play Phasmophobia.
So cute.
I know that it's like a year old now, and I'm still like, I still want to play. That, or there's like this new game where it's like where you can raid a tomb, and I think that's where the need to watch The Mummy came from, because I've been watching people raid tombs on this game that I'm like, I want to play this. Now I want to watch The Mummy.
That makes sense.
Okay, Bam, I reckon it's bedtime.
Hell yeah, because I got to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Oh my god, you realize it's 10.
Yep. I'm in charge tomorrow.
Town.
Yeah, I'm literally just gonna get off and jump straight into bed.
Yeah. Same.
That's the plan.
Okay, good night, beautiful friends. Thank you for doing this Q&A.
Yeah, we'll do another one if there's more questions. So obviously message us